Whiskey Jason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany, often reviewing rare and exotic whiskeys. In the future, I'm not sure how rare this will be, but this is brand new in Germany and this is brand new in the US. It just hit the market basically end of June, beginning of July 2024. It hit the markets over here at the end of August, beginning of September 2024. Even the website, lexrodistillers.com, to this day does not have this bottle. You have to go over to the website from rebelbourbon.com, and that's where these bottles have been added here, these bottles. Because, I mean, we have the 6-year-old Rebel, and we have now the so-called Rebel small batch reserve with 55%. It used to have 40%. Come on, I mean, this is great. This is a wheated bourbon. Mash bill is non-disclosed. I'm going to read the back of the label and then just continue on. Now, the distillery, Lexro Distillers, was actually opened 2018. So if you want a 6-year-old whiskey, this could theoretically just barely make it through that time gate there. But it says here, distilled and aged in Kentucky, bottled for Lexro Distillers in Bardstown, Kentucky. So that's that. All right, so this is sourced whiskey, but it's good sourced whiskeys. I'm going to compare it just because I can and just because this is one of my favorite wheated whiskeys in the world. Maker's Mark 46. Now it's 47%. This is 50%. This is no age statement. This is 6 years of age. This has no finish whatsoever. This receives a finish where they put the French oak staves into the barrel for a couple weeks, and then this transforms the whiskey into juice of the gods. Okay, it's not that great, but it's very, very good. So I like this a lot, and to be honest, this is still a bargain over here. I mean, I can still get this bottle for about 40 euros. This, 60 euros. Interesting enough, at the wholesaler, Perola, over here in Germany, this just hit the market literally with the last couple weeks. They're sold out. Who bought it all? Where did it go? Did they get just so little product? I don't know what happened. I have to talk to my contact person there. It's like, wait, but I just bought 2 bottles last week. And then gone. I did a bottle share. It's all gone. Everyone wanted to try the Rebel 100 6 years of age, and rightfully so. On the nose, it's got beautiful, beautiful bourbon character with even a blackberry, plum, and wait a second, I had it. Where was it? Blackberry, plum, and grape. Red dark grapes. Concord grape moment. It's got a sweetness, but it's very fruity. I like. I have no telltale signs of it being a wheater. I'm not a great fan of wheated whiskey usually, and I can, as I did with the 4-grain, I can almost smell it and tell you immediately, oh, look, it's a wheater. Not this. This is very, very, very nice. Just as a comparison, Maker's 46. Yes, French oak, I like. Not too much, but enough. All right, let's try this. Have you tried Rebel products? Have you tried the Rebel 100, the old one, no age statement? Have you tried the Rebel 40%? Have you tried a 10-year-old Rebel single barrel with 50%? Those can be good. Have you tried the Rebel 100 rye? That was young rye. Have you tried the Rebel small batch reserve now with 55%, which I love? Or have you tried the Rebel 6 years of age? We finally have enough stock aging in the warehouses where you can often put age statement back on the whiskey. Think about, we have the 9-year-old, at least over here, of the bourbon from Knob Creek. The rye has an age statement again. I'm waiting for the day that Elijah Craig gets the 12-year-old age statement back. Now the bottled barrel proof got rid of it. So then it was like, wait a second. Then it was like, oh, 13. Yes. Then it was like 11. Oh, no. So it's hovering around the 12 years of age. And a lot of whiskey is probably in the next couple of years going to go back to age statements. They are still building in Kentucky new expansions and new distilleries. I was there in August of 2024. Wild Turkey's building an expansion. I mean, there's a lot. New distilleries are still being built. There's a lot of liquid going into the barrels. And those barrels one day will be emptied, and those barrels will one day have maybe an age statement on it for American bourbon whiskey. I mean, that's kind of really, really cool. Cheers. Mmm. Mmm. Wow. This is good. This is really good. This is a B whiskey. I did not expect Rebel to give me a B whiskey here. Um, that's actually very, very nice. I get a lot of, as I said, Concord grapes, dark plums, blackberries, brown sugar, wood spice, a little bit of cinnamon, but in harmony. Nothing's fighting. Often I have sometimes, this is just harmony, this is balance. This is, wow, let's take another sip. This is radically good. I like. $60 in America, 60 euros over here in Germany. So it's a bargain on top of that. Age statement, 50%. That is good. Stays a little bit longer. If you have tried Rebel and you probably tried the basics and you maybe like me back then went to the 10-year-old single barrel and was like, well, yes, but I would rather have an Eagle Rare 10-year-old any day of the week and buy 3 of those for maybe one of, at least over in Europe, for one of the single barrels. Try this. This is good. I'm going to give this, for the value for money here, a C plus. For taste, it's a solid B, which I don't always give. Now, Rebel used to be called Rebel Yell, but they got rid of that name. And also on the bottle, which I thoroughly find disgusting, original recipe since 1849 in Bardstown, Kentucky. The distillery's been in Bardstown since 2018. Stop using those things. Those old recipe suggestions. I know it's good to have an an old number on the label, but come on, you just lose your authenticity, in my opinion. All right, just try this a little bit to see if I like this. Well, of course I like it. It's the Maker's 46. Which one would I prefer? I like the French Oak. This comes a close second, all right? They are actually at basically the same level of taste. This is cheaper. Over here, at least in Europe, 20 euros cheaper than this. Always available. At the moment, sold out. But there's a certain depth and there's a certain plum pouring and kind of thing at the same time. So the plum, the Concord grape, and the cherry, dark cherry moment that just absolutely rocks my world here. This is good. What is your favorite Rebel product? What is your favorite wheated whiskey? What is your favorite age-stated bourbon? Good questions, all of them, I'm sure. So, oh yeah, that's good. I'm going to have to organize another bottle. I have connections. Let's see if I can use them. Thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing, telling others about this crazy guy over here in Germany, often reviewing rare and exotic whiskeys. A lot of times now, even from America. I have 2 packages coming over here this week that I bought in America and are being sent over to me in Europe. I have other sources of whiskey, and it's actually interesting to see that there's a I'm trying to look for the adjective. A steadily increasing demand. That's a good way to put it. A steadily increasing demand for bourbons in Europe. Yay! I'm doing my job, and apparently some people are catching on to it. See you real soon. Whiskey Jason here. Bye bye.